Hey, welcome back to Chatting with Chops. Had so much fun cooking with pears last week, decided I was going to do it again this week. So today we're going to make some healthy pear oat bars. So let's get started. All right, so in order to start making our cinnamon pear oat bars, the first thing we need to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. We have a 9x9 pan that we've already put our wax paper in, and we've got it soaked with some good cooking spray. And then we're going to put our pears. All right, so the recipe has asked me to try and dry out the pears as much as possible. So I've got them soaking in paper towels, kind of trying to dry them out. This is 3 cups of pears. So let's see if I can unwrap them without pouring them all over the place. All right, let's see. Again, y'all have to remember, I am the messy cook, so. Okay, so we've got our pears in our bowl. Now we're gonna take our 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon and put that in there. And then we're gonna take our 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and put that in there. And then we're just gonna mix that up real good and make sure the pears are all nicely covered. And all those beautiful spices to be on every piece of pear. Oh, that looks good. It smells wonderful too, if you love the smell of cinnamon and nutmeg. It smells like fall. Okay, now we're gonna put that aside for the moment. Okay, and now in our big mixing bowl, we're gonna add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Put that in there. And then we're gonna take our butter. We have 4 ounces, which is 1 stick of regular butter that's been softened. So we're just gonna drop that in there. And so we're just gonna cream that up for probably about 2 minutes. So I got my timer. All right, we've got that all mixed in. Now the next thing we want to do is we're gonna add our flour and our oats into this blend. So we're just gonna put this on low, and then we're gonna slowly combine these two. And I'm just alternating. The recipe doesn't say you have to, but I'm just doing that for the moment. Let's see how we're mixed in here. Make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom. Woo. The bowl don't want to stay attached. Okay. Looks like everything's really good and mixed in. This is going to be our crust for our little bars. Now, the recipe says we're supposed to take 1/3 of this out. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. Right, I'm going to say that's about 1/3 and that's about 2/3 there. And then we're going to put the rest on the bottom of our baking pan. And I know everything kind of looks dry, but there's very little moisture in this recipe, so everything is going to kind of look a little bit dry. Make sure my wax paper is in there good, or, oh goodness, it's wanting to wiggle on me. All right, I'm just going to kind of press that down into the sides. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get at the moment. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the oven for about 10 minutes to just kind of firm it up real well. So we've gotten our crust out of the oven, and it looks pretty much the same as it was. It's a little bit more set, so that's nice. So now we're gonna work on the other part of the recipe. So we're gonna put our pecans into our reserved oat mixture here. Okay, that was that was a 1/2 cup of heaping pecans, by the way. Would help if I told you, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're just gonna mix that in real good. All right, now is when we get to do some assembly. Okay, this hot, and yes, our oven is still on because we're gonna cook this again. All right, so what we want to do is stir up our pears once more. Make sure the spices are all on them really good. Yep. put them, ooh, they look so good. We're gonna put this over the top of our bottom crust. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle it out. Ooh, I think we could have used with more, actually. Isn't that interesting? The recipe said 3 cups, but I'd have liked to have had more. Put my glove on before I accidentally grab this really hot pan, which I have been known to do. I think we've got them kind of evenly spread out. Okay. Now we're gonna take our third of a mixture of the crust mixture with the pecans in it, and we're gonna sprinkle it over the top of this. I'm just trying to be sparing at first because I want to make sure that there's plenty to go over the whole thing. Just want to make sure everything's good and covered. All right. Now, like I said a minute ago, we're going to take this and put it back in our oven at 350 degrees for another 20 minutes and let it cook all the way. Well, look at that. That looks gorgeous. I really wish you guys could smell this. I can smell those beautiful pecans and the brown sugar and the cinnamon. Oh, it smells so lovely. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit on the counter and cool for a little while. You can stick it in the refrigerator to make it cool a little bit quicker. I don't usually like to do that, but that's up to you. But like I said, I'm going to let it sit on the counter for a little while and cool off a little bit, and then we'll cut them into strips and see how they taste. Okay, so I can already tell this is going to be really kind of crumbly. I think it probably could have used a little bit more moisture, but you see how the topping is still really crumbly. So I don't think this is going to be like a breakfast bar that you could like carry out with you and eat on the hike or anything. But let's cut them up and see how they taste. This is definitely going to be one of those lovely bars that, again, would be awesome to put, over some yogurt or over your, oh, I guess it would help if I cut it the other way, wouldn't it? That's going to be a big old breakfast bar. Okay, like I said, I think it could have used a little bit more liquid, but that held together pretty well. So I don't know if y'all can, if I hold it to the side, you can see those beautiful pears in there. But yes, that looks awesome. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh, it is wonderfully crumbly. That has a wonderful, almost like apple pie texture. Those pears are nice and soft, and it's a little bit sweet, so it's definitely something that would be good for breakfast. I think you could sweeten it up a little bit more to make it a dessert bar, but this is awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will keep making beautiful bakes for you, so I'll catch you on the next one. Hey, I really hope you enjoy this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And the next video we're going to do is I'm going to make some cheese straws for my lovely husband who's been requesting them. So check that video out.